Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another time on the upper room, another time to pray. Thanks for coming. Um, we've been in Hebrews 11, trying to get it done this week, and we stopped at verse 34 yesterday, going through all these last verses of scripture, pretty much just summarizing faith, going through history. And 35 talks about that women receive their dead raised to life again. And that's by faith. By faith, you can receive your dead raised to life, right? And we'll see that in scripture. We'll see that in real life also. And others were tortured, not accepting deliverance. Why? Were they not accepting deliverance? Because the deliverance meant them denying their faith. But they held on to their faith because they were assured, they were certain as to what it was, and would rather wait for their deliverance than compromise their faith, because eternity is real, God is real, right? So you will not for temporal things leave that which is permanent. I mean, faith dwells in the realm of God, dwells in the realm of eternity, right? So faith goes above the temporal things into the permanent things, and so you rather suffer pain to get that which is permanent than getting a temporal enjoyment and missing out in the fullness of time, in the fullness of things. So, and that's an example for us to suffer, to copy, and you can see that the verse 35 finishes, it says that they might obtain a better resurrection, right? They might obtain a better resurrection. And that's what Paul was saying, that I might know him, so that I might qualify to be resurrected like him, right? I might qualify to be associated with his death and his resurrection, right? That is our place. It's not just enough to get born again. It's to pressing into God. We are saved to be saved, right? So that we might be saved, right? It's not just that we're saved, now let your soul depart in peace. You ain't gonna get to heaven. The devil's gonna have you, right? We're saved to be saved so that we might be saved, right? We're saved to be saved so that we might be saved. We're saved, seeing the kingdom. We're supposed to go through a continuous process of being saved as we know and discover the glory of the Lord. The Bible says all that pertains to life and godliness has been given to us by the knowledge of Christ, right? So that is the process of being saved, right? So that we might be saved. When we're pressing to know him, because the more of him we'll know, the more of him will become, right? And so we're not going to let any temporal weight or temporal things discourage us or becloud us from doing that, right? And we go on to verse 36. It says, still others had trials of mockings and scourging, yes, and of chains and imprisonment. And we'll see that today, right? When you stand for God, you stand for faith, you are going to have people that don't understand what you're seeing, because you are seeing something they cannot see. Therefore, they make jest of you because they cannot see what you're seeing. Because faith is vision, right? Faith enables you to see the permanent things, right? It's like Noah building the ark, right? He could see the rain, but people could not see the rain because they did not have faith, right? Faith allows you to have vision, to see what people cannot see with a natural eye. You're able to see with the eye of your mind. You're able to see with the eye of your spirit. And that is what's driving you. And to the carnal man, you might look stupid. You might look crazy because they cannot see what you are seeing. So people might mock you, but the focus has to be the cross. The focus has to be Christ. That's the only way you can live above the mockings and the shaming. Because you see that irrespective of the mocking, the Bible talks about that we have the glory that we are to receive makes whatever the mocking be to be inconsequential, right? And we're talking about that in this life and even in the life to come,